Greetings and welcome back. And today, as promised, I have the world tour of my creative world, New Texas, as we come up to this nice little welcome sign. I've been working on this world for about 2 to 3 weeks. I think I am pretty pleased with my progress I have made on it so far. And before we start the actual tour, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of the world. I hope you like everything you see. I know that some parts of it are unfinished, but I will finish those in another time. And this is not the first tour I will make. I will make several updates, and once I get to a point where I have completed all I want to complete, I will give you the final tour. And I'm open to doing many more of these kinds of tours. So over here, we have an intersection. And these traffic lights are horizontal because A, that's how most of them are in Texas, and B, I think it's just more convenient for building these intersections because you see all these little ramps going up because I have to do them to cross the other tracks. A fun fact, the traffic lights in Texas are horizontal due to the high winds that the state receives. It's also helpful for like large trucks to pass through intersections without like bumping into like the traffic lights. But anyways, coming into our first building, this is very inspired by the Bank of America Plaza in Dallas. This is the tallest structure I've made so far, and this also is the tallest structure in the city of Dallas. As we go all the way up to the top, this is like the elevator shaft that goes all the way to the upper floors. And we'll get a nice little view out of this tower if we can get to the top. Very nice view from up here. You can see just about everything. Everything looks so small from up here. So go all the way back down. And that's like the other elevator shaft that gets you to like some of the lower floors. And then this other building we have over here. This is more of like an apartment building. I haven't made any of these interiors yet because it takes a while to design these, and there's also many floors to design too. But yeah, I have several of these apartment buildings in the world. And going over to this other building, this is another building inspired by a building in Dallas, and this is the Renaissance Tower. Take a quick look at that here. As we go inside, setup is kind of similar to the Bank of America Plaza. Got two sets of elevator shafts, one that goes to the lower floors, one that goes to the upper, going all the way up. And for those of you that are asking, these are not one-to-one scale. These are probably like 0.5 to 1 scale because these things take a long time to make, and I don't have any like modding tools to help me build faster. So yeah, gotta have to make do with what I got. Yeah, here's another view. You can see everything from up here to the second tallest structure so far in this world. And now this is a bit of a fun one. This is a parking garage, and I've actually finished this one. I have some tracks that go all the way in and all the way around. And as we take a ride, I'll tell you my history about, my history with Texas. I was born in Texarkana, Texas. Lived there for about a year. Then we moved to Killeen, Texas, which is in central Texas, kind of around Austin. It's pretty close to Austin and San Antonio, right there in central Texas. And then lived there about 5 years. Then we moved to Tyler, Texas, which is about northeast Texas. It's relatively close to Dallas, about an hour and a half, 2 hours from it. And then lived there for about 5 years, and then now I live in central Arkansas, around Conway. And then started going to school in southern Arkansas. So I've been a little around like both Texas and Arkansas. Yeah, I hope you like the little tour of the parking garage. I accidentally knocked over or knocked out one of these ramps. So put that back. Now go into this next block. We have another apartment building, kind of like that sandstone building over there. It's a lot bigger than the sandstone building. It's very wide. It's very much wider than it. Go all the way to the top. Plan to make some large rooms in this building. And then over across the street, we have a kind of an office building. It's a little smaller than the other building we just entered. But we got two buildings connected by a bridge, and we got a nice little waterfall beneath it. I think this is one of the coolest buildings I've designed on this world so far. I always like buildings that have this kind of like design where it's connected by a bridge, and kind of like the triangular design too. And then over here we have kind of like a nice little showy part of this world. Like over here we have what I plan to put some restaurants and stores into. I made them each out of a different material, so be a little unique. Hope you like this little design over here. And then right in the center, we have the state of Texas. And we also have two Texas flags. Couldn't get a star on them, but I think it looks similar and close enough. And then on the other side, they have pretty much like a mirror of the other side. So yeah, I hope you like that. I tried to get the Texas sign as close as I could to actually how it looks. So yeah. And going over to this other street, we'll take a look at these buildings. Now this building over here is, well, if anybody who lives in Texas knows what a CubeSmart is, it's kind of like a big storage facility. It is looks similar to this. I didn't really base this off of one design. I kind of took a number of different designs and I kind of just put it all into one. Yeah, I plan to make this just a huge storage facility. There's nothing in it currently because I don't have the interior designed, but there's always time for that. Get like a nice little outside view of it. It's very big because this is going to be a pretty big city, so gotta make it as big as you can. And over here, this I plan to be a high school. And I plan to also make a middle school, an elementary school, and even a college over in that direction. Yeah, it's very big because gotta have our education. And then over here, I plan to make this like a credit union. This is going to be a bit of more of like the financial sector of the city. Making this like a credit union. Go all the way to the top. And then that building over there, I plan to make this like a Chase Freedom building. I based this design off of the one in Tyler, Texas. I think it looks somewhat similar to this. I couldn't find a picture on the internet, so I just had to base it off of memory. But I think it looks somewhat similar. So anybody who lives in Tyler, Texas, or has been there recently, tell me how close I got on like a scale of 1 to 10. So yeah, coming over here, this is another parking garage. I'll probably make these on like every other block or so, because, you know, sometimes parking is limited in the city. That's that space in the middle. I'm probably gonna make a library there since it's pretty close to the school. And then these three buildings again are apartment buildings. I kind of made these a bit more colorful than the other ones. One's cyan colored, one's light blue color, and one's just regular blue. Yeah, and these empty spaces I'm going to install pools in. These are definitely going to be more upper end style of apartment buildings. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got so far. Let me know what you think of it. Some of my inspirations to do this are my history in Texas and my good friend Dani. I'll leave her channel in the description. She does a lot of travel and comedy videos, and she's pretty close to 1,000 subscribers, so get her to 1K. She probably deserves it way more than I do. But yeah, just let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.